So today we met at Choppers. We had a nice APRILLA 1000, an FZ1000 Yamaha, and the GPX750R. We went for a ride and some beautiful weather. Nice group ride. Well, it's a day to get out on our Ninja GPX750R. We wait for this all the time. We love to listen to that muzzy muffler. I love to listen to that as you go through the gears. Now I've had, just as a quick reference, I've had, and I'm looking at them right now, 4 or 5 other mufflers on the bike. The muzzy is the best one for that particular bike. And we did use it when it was a track bike. It was a track bike many years. And it's still the best muffler on the street. But it's time to clean up the bikes and get out on the open road. This muffler really is part of what makes this bike so much fun to ride. It's got a wonderful sound, and it's got a nice quiet sound when you're going through town or just waking up the neighbors in the morning. But once you get it past about 9 grand, all hell breaks loose. I love it. That is really, the Norton muffler was a lot louder, and we had a Yashimura on here. This one, the best of all worlds. Now early in the day, the weather did not look as good as it was going to be for the rest of the day, and I'm always surprised when it gets better and better, not worse and worse. But always to get the air in the tires checked. That's kind of simple. It's like pre-flighting an airplane. I do it religiously because I know the one time you don't do it, you can get caught, you can get burned. And I just feel better knowing that the air is exactly where I want it for that temperature condition. And I like to have a clean bike. It's as simple as that. And I think most of my friends want to have a clean bike too, but there's some exceptions. And of course, there's no law says you can't ride a rust bucket or a mud bucket. But hey, there is some magic in that muzzy muffler, making muzzy music. I used to laugh about it, but I've come to appreciate it. And I've come to appreciate a lot of things about this bike. Number one, it's very nimble. It's very comfortable. It's got a 16-inch front wheel. It can be hard to get tires for that front wheel, but that engine is just one of the sweetest engines that I've ever ridden. Really sweet. Do you guys want any food? Is there any chance you're hungry? Oh, yeah, splash me. Thanks a lot. And anytime before I leave in the morning when it's early like this, I like to walk through the garden, pick the vegetables, check out the flowers. Karen has several places in the house where we basically have fresh flowers every day. She enjoys that. Let me be honest, I enjoy it too. And the zinnias that all come from Nanda Nivola, the original plant she gave us years ago. Final weather check. It's really going to get hot. It's supposed to go to 90 today. Guess we're going to find out. What a beautiful day, huh? Oh my gosh. Gonna get hot though. Gonna get hot. A hot Yamaha and a hot Kawasaki and 2 old men. 2 hot old men. Did you do anything since the last time we rode this?
Nope.
Just put gas in it, oil, and...
Plate, but...
Oh, and you don't have a legitimate plate on this, do you? I shouldn't ask. It looks good. Now, one thing's in our favor. When we ride up north, it is a little cooler than it is back down in Rutherford. And this is Luciano's FZ1000. He got this a couple of years ago, did a lot of work on it. He had replaced the exhaust and has an exhaust, a spare one that may fit on my FZR over the winter. We had talked about that possibility today. Now, I don't know if that exhaust, it looks the same as the FZR. And why did you get rid of the first one? It just had a dent in it?
A dent on the side.
Okay.
And explain to me something. There's a dent on the ear. Ah, the pazzi will do this.
Hit a curb or something.
Unless it's a factory Yamaha defect or whatever.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? But that does have a power valve. Wow, I didn't know that.
There's power valve in there.
Yeah, that's the part of my FZR that's missing.
Oh.
That's the part. Maybe over the winter I'll take the exhaust off and see if that fits. A guy that has another FZR told me my 91 doesn't have a 91 radiator. It's got a later model with the curve. And I looked. So when that guy sold us the bike, somebody had already replaced.
What the guy did. What the guy...
Smokey Joe, yeah.
The skeleton on the gas tank. Silver.
I remember. I remember the day you painted it because you lost your keys somewhere. And I was up by your house and I had to break into your garage.
I don't remember. Oh, it's a guy.
Yeah.
How can we turn around? Oh, he saw us.
He knows famous people are hanging out here. Hey, what are you doing here? He parks in the sun. Not the smartest guy in the group. No parking! So Joe Padula's got his bike ready for tomorrow, maybe. For choppers.
Okay.
Hey!
You guys hiding in there?
We saw you go by.
I didn't know how to turn around. I said,
The first left.
yeah, I went that way.
Yeah, you gotta make like a snake thing. That's okay. It's worth it to see you here.
Keep them inside.
Look at that matching jacket.
Is it on liner?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, it's on liner.
No line.
Make sure.
Those days.
Some people don't even notice vents in the back of the jacket. They ride all summer and sweat.
You let the zipper open.
Air scoops. He's got a great story about this bike. He'll tell you off camera when he bought the bike. Every bike has a story. That's the original ones that come with the bike?
Yep.
You didn't aftermarket? Nope. Yeah, they're nice and high too. That's great. That's really good. I sat on this bike already. It's nice and comfortable. How many miles you got on this? Oh.
I had when I got it back, I already had 42,000.
That's a man's motorcycle. You gotta have your vents open to ride that. So we're gonna head out into the park. Looks like it's getting hotter by the minute though. I'm not sure this is gonna be the longest day like the movie. Nice Aprilia. So the plan was we were going to head up through the park, do a little touring around, and maybe on the approach to the Bear Mountain Bridge, see how fast these bikes will really go. And this Aprilia is a very fast bike, I know. I like that Lion. That's pretty cool. That's very cool, in fact. But it just turned out to be a great ride, totally. So it was really a nice ride through the park, and we did get to enjoy the weather that got better and better as the day went on. And it got hot at the very end on the way back for me, but it still was a really nice day. And Luciano should be congratulated on that restoration. I know he did a heck of a job. There's a very good story behind that restoration. Anyway, we are looking forward to another month of really nice weather this summer. I hope it's going to stay the way it is, and we'll get every riding day we can with our friends.